In today's Dad Rock Challenge, we're going to see which one of us gets the best 80s hair metal guitar sound. What is up, guys? My name is Guillaume.
And I'm Kris. Welcome to Thoman's Guitars and Basses. Today, guess what? It's the 80s here. And we have this running challenge going on where we take, well, different guitar types or music genres, like music styles, and just try to give our best and give like all our tones. And you guys decide who made the better choice.
Which one of us made the... I don't really know if I want to win this one, to be honest. I have a, you know, I was never a big fan of those guitar sounds. Let's put it this way. Some of them were great. Some of them made history, and I'm grateful that they were here. I just don't want them here.
Well, the thing is that you can love or hate the 80s sound, and I'm not just talking about the guitar tones, but like the mix, the like how drums sounded, how the keyboard sounded. All that stuff, and whatever. Many people love it. I totally get it. I like a few.
I like some of it.
Of those, I mostly love the bands. I'm not that keen on the sound.
Yeah, exactly. Like some of the songwriting is like, obviously everyone's going to be like, and what about Eddie? And what about Steve Lukather? And what about? It's like, I know. I love them all, and they're immense guitar players. I'm just saying that in context, if I had to pick a decade,
which are at least inspiring guitar tone wise,
I wouldn't pick that one. That's all I'm saying.
Let's try to progress gain wise. Let's start with clean tones. Okay. And with clean, I don't really mean super clean. I'm not talking about gain. I'm talking about dry or wet, because obviously.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to take us through the sounds and then the...
I didn't make it easy on me because I chose the guitars for this video. And I just...
Obviously, everyone had noticed.
I mean, you had to have like a Stratier type, right? With 3 pickups, because that's what you're used to.
Absolutely, that's my jam right there. I actually sold my guitar to buy this.
That's why I haven't seen the pink one. Okay. And I made it pretty hard on me because it's just literally one JB here, one super hot humbucker. I mean, you can split it, and that's exactly what I'll do. Let's put on some chorus and some crazy delays, shall we? Yeah, that's my clean tone. That's just the bridge humbucker split, it's the JB. That's what's cool about it. I'm not the biggest fan of this pickup because it has just too much output and too much mid-range for my taste. Even though I love mids, but it's just a bit too much. Yeah. But that splits so well. It sounds still strong and articulate and full enough. Unlike some lower output humbuckers, very usable.
And that's, you know, I don't mean to be offensive.
Oh.
Again.
Ooh.
But to me that sounded so rich and full and nice. It sounded kind of like a mid-2000 band trying to cover the 80s rather than the 80s.
Steel Panther.
Rather
it's like
than
the
80s.
But sounding better.
Exactly. I'm going to show you what the 80s really sounded like.
Oh, is it going to be position number 2? Damn, it is, yeah. And I sounded more like...
Exactly. I sounded thinner. A little bit plasticier.
Yeah.
And I think a little bit more authentic as well.
Yeah, okay. Authentic is one thing here, but let's just stick to good tones, right?
So much hate in the comments. Oh my God.
I don't know how to react to that.
I'm sorry.
Other than, yeah. Okay.
What were you using? Was it the Starlight and the Astra?
Yes.
Okay.
The two UFX pedals, one for chorus, one for dual delay.
And you're running into?
The D20 Rev D20 on a clean setting and the polymer cap 2x12 with selection Greenback 75.
Cool. I was running the M1 by Walrus Audio, the Echoes by Keeley, and the Surfy Bear Reverb by Surfy Industries into the Generator 120 into the Marshall cap, which is going to come, like I'm mentioning it now because as soon as we start jumping into gain, my selection is going to make sense.
Okay.
Let's jump into gain.
I'm afraid I know what you're about to do. Yeah. All right. Rock rhythm. 80s rock rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I start again?
I can go. I don't mind.
You feel more confident now.
I don't mind. I'm
Okay.
not afraid.
Then you go.
I just need to move. Okay.
You need a fine MIDI cable coming from that MIDI capable amp.
Yeah.
And your MIDI
I
control
think
board.
that would have been the most authentic recreation, just to not use amps and use rack. And rack everything.
Yeah.
I kind of
MIDI controlled massive racks, 19-inch
if I
racks.
had more time,
I
already struggled to put a board together. I had more time. Would have I had made a rack? Because 80s. Anywho,
Go.
here's my not clean sound.
Nice and chorusy.
Well, I mean, I will not turn the chorus off. Just FYI. I will just add stuff. But yeah, that was the Archer into the M1 still,
Nice.
into the Echoes, into the Green channel, which is sort of a Marshall-based crunch channel type of thing, and yeah, boosting into it with the Archer, and that does that. 80s.
80s. Okay, I'll give you a different kind of 80s vibe.
Extra points for the detuner and the whammy usage.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah,
that was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting this to be on the guitar. I just chose it because...
It looks cool.
No reasons.
It's just the looks. It screams Kris.
And I totally, yeah, totally. It's like my normal guitars, right, Telly? I forgot to turn on all the modulation and delay, but I kind of liked it.
It
still.
was nice. It was nice. My only complaints about that sound is that it sounds more like a recorded tone.
Yeah.
Like it's very nice and sweet and rounded off already, and I feel like that's something that would have happened in post-processing. So I would, advise that you dock some points on that. He got the points back on the detuner and the whammy.
It sounded too good, so I'll remove some points.
It sounded too good, so you guys should remove some points. No, but you know what I mean. Like, because it's so nice and rounded, I thought, yeah, this is like the sound from the album.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the sound.
Which is our goal here. Just saying.
I'm not. No. I have a rig from the 80s that's gonna sound like the 80s, unmixed and unfiltered.
Yeah. Okay.
Pure 80s.
My answer to that is... More effects. More is
Always,
more.
always.
Yeah,
More
that's
is more.
that's awesome. I love everything else than chorus about the 80s. I like some chorusy second position clean sounds, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's a bit just too plasticky, like too
Yeah, right.
spongy.
It's got a thing though.
But
kinda
I
dig it.
love everything what Eddie did in the 80s because he had all the phasers going, he had all
Yeah.
the flangers and everything. Chorus too, clearly, but he kind of went a bit on another path.
Yeah, and he redefined the electric guitar on its
And
way.
his tone,
so-
just regardless
You
of
know,
all the modulation, it's like, yeah.
like whether it's in terms of playing or gain structure or whatnot, there is no denying the importance of any of those guitar players.
yeah.
Whatever you can say about the sounds that you heard. Okay,
Totally.
well,
All right,
I'm,
lead.
I'm wondering how you're gonna go top that off. You're not.
Maybe
Same
I
sound.
stack one more drive pedal because that's it.
I have a secret weapon for my lead.
By the way, this was the in order guitar into j.rockett Archer to boost the Carl Martin Plexitone, which is, I just discovered that pedal, that's ridiculous. That goes into the Astra for modulation and into the Starlight for delay.
Yes.
And then the amp is the same as mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we should have, probably tried to get some racks and stuff, like old ADAs and, the Digitech stuff, the Lexicon stuff. But honestly,
that's another video.
Yeah.
If you want to struggle to find rack-mounted gear and
That
plug
work.
it all together and make it work and MIDI control it and whatnot, let us know in the comments. We might do it. Maybe we won't.
You might speak for
Maybe we
yourself.
won't. But we might.
Yeah, the thing is that it's so hard to get them, and if they're in good shape, they're going to be really expensive most of the time, I guess, because they're legendary pieces of gear. And the same as I would not want to go for an actual Echoplex delay because it's just ridiculous, and I kind of gig with it, and it's
Lexicon,
just more expensive than my car. I just get a nice pedal that does that and sounds very, very inspiring. So the same thing here, we just got, that's not a cheap amp, but it's an amp you
really
can
not.
get, and you can get similar amps for the same amount of money or less money.
Yeah,
and these are
100%.
pedals that are pretty, affordable,
Yeah,
like-ish.
the Plexitone is not expensive.
Yeah, the Plexitone, for example, or the Archer, these are medium-priced pedals, and they just sound ridiculous. And, multi-effects will also do the job. It's just a question of which effect in which order you put to get certain sounds. Lead. Shall we? Amazing.
Aha!
Yeah.
Secret weapon. The wah.
Lower.
I strayed away from the well, some of the 80s, and I just went kind of full Zakk Wylde on this one.
Yeah. I had some Zakk Wylde
I don't
vibes
know.
there.
Yeah, I feel like it's a nice. That's literally the only thing that I could have changed on that setup. It was just like adding the wah in. Otherwise, I would have just kept the chorus, the delay, and the boost, and that was it.
So what you're saying there is exactly what I'm going to be doing. The only thing I changed compared to my rhythm setting is that I raised the overdrive on the Plexitone, because I want soaring gain.
Yeah.
I dig that one.
Yeah, I took a risk with the wah, honestly. I wasn't too...
I know that had some
It
vibes.
was cool, but you know, that was very nice and polished, and like you send that to any mixing guy and you're like,
done.
yeah, here you go.
Produced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to you guys liking chorus or wah more.
That's it, yeah. I feel like this is what the comments are going to be reflecting. It's like, you know, it was fun. It was fun. And
if you really, really want to nail a certain tone and you want a specific piece of gear and whatever, you can obviously start complaining about these tones not being any accurate, which they are not, I guess. I mean, they're close enough to get that vibe, but probably they're way off because of this frequency, which was really not typical back then. And
you're not using the rock, man. You cannot play Boston without them.
Exactly, yeah. But let's be honest, if it has a vibe and it makes you play a certain way, that's, I think, worth way more than trying to get the exact pieces of gear and then I'm happy, you know. Until then, I don't sound any good.
No, I think like
I like inspiration, but I don't like, you know, getting way too deep in that rabbit hole of I need that exact thing, otherwise I'm never gonna be happy.
Those are just such fun guitar sounds. Like they're not ones that I particularly that I choose, you know. Then they're not what I go for. But it's always so much fun to play because it's just, you know, whatever gear gets you there, if that's your era, if that's the kind of thing you want, just like slapping a chorus into a boosted plexi and just going ham on it, it's like, yeah, that's awesome. It is so cool. And hopefully some of those pedal choices, some of those guitar choices or amp choices maybe inspired you to find something new and something exciting. That'll make you pick up your guitar or buy one or steal one from your friend that has too many.
And then blame it on him.
We're not responsible for that. I'm not advising anything. You know, but it's, there'll be links to everything that we used today in the description, so go check it out. It was fun. It was fun.
And clearly let us know in the comment section below which tones you dug. Is the past of dig an actual word?
Yeah, definitely. Don't bother with my name. G. It's fine. Don't try and spell it. We're good.
You guys take it easy. Meet you down there in the comments and see you in the next video. Bye.